Hi, I'm Gabe Clements. I've got Andy and Eitan here with us. Eitan Fishbine's the other owner of Florida Real Estate Buyers. And we're here with Andy today at a title company. We just closed on his mom's property. And I want to share the experience that Andy experienced working with Florida Real Estate Buyers. Andy, if you would please explain from the time that we met, we had reached out to you, a lot of other investors in the area, of course, was getting a ton of contact related to his situation, his mom's situation. And so deciding who to work with. There's a lot of people out there. They all say the same things. How did you come about deciding to work with Florida Real Estate Buyers? What was your initial reaction, your gut related to that? And was that seen through to be true as to what you had hoped?
Well, yes, Gabe reached out to me, and we spoke on the phone, and I just had a good feeling about, the way Gabe was talking, what he was presenting, and we did a one-on-one, and met him at my mom's property, and, she has Alzheimer's, so she hadn't paid her dues in about 2.5 months, or years, I'm sorry, and so she owed a lot of money, and I was stressing. Basically, about 3 days before they were going to foreclose on our condo, Gabe reached out to me. We sat down and we talked, met one-on-one, and just, had a good feeling about, their business. And it just, it was proven time and time again, what they would do. They took care of the dues that she owed. And then just, they'll probably tell you, it was just a crazy experience. We had, literally somebody was knocking on the door as Gabe and I were talking the first time, talking about wanting the property. And, Gabe and Eitan came in and just did an awesome job. And I would highly recommend them. Just every bump in the road, they were like, okay, we'll deal with it. And we did. Communication was awesome. So it's, that's basically it. I would trust these guys. I would recommend them to everybody.
And Andy, did we offer other recommendations other than working with us? And once it was decided that you would work with us, did we do everything that we said we would do?
Oh, 110%. Like I said, I would trust my newborn with these guys. They were awesome, and there was a couple steps not related to them, but other people. Somebody trying to file a claim on my mom's property, and like I said, they kept communication, let me know what was going on, and they kind of came through with everything that we talked about.
Great, and we've got Eitan. I want to bring up Eitan is obviously an intricate aspect of this entire situation, because in a lot of times there's a lot of things going on in which it's hard for one person to handle. So we as a team are able to work together, and Eitan and Andy worked very closely. Eitan is I'd like to emphasize what I would consider a legal expert as it comes to issues related to real estate. He's become very well versed in what ends up, what the results might be if things aren't handled, the intricate aspects of the law, things like that. Eitan, when we started working together as it relates to Andy's situation, what were some of your experiences? And if you can share a little bit as far as what people should look out for when it comes to other companies.
Yeah, Gabe, thank you. Well, I guess the first thing I want to address is that when Gabe and Andy met for the first time, and I think Andy touched upon this, his mom has Alzheimer's, and so part of this, not only was she in arrears on her condo dues, but also there was some significant damage and mold in one of the bathrooms that made the entire condo pretty much uninhabitable. And so one of the things that we did is we immediately were able to stop the foreclosure, and so we did that. and we also provided Andy with, I think it was close to $10,000 for a down payment for him to get his mom into assisted living within that week, I believe. So we moved her into a safer environment. We were able to give them money up front. And fortunately, Andy had already picked out the place, but if he hadn't, we would have worked to try and find a suitable living environment for his mother. And thank God she's doing well. And so that was something that we were able to do up front. Now, one of the issues that we had was that when we went to the courthouse to go stop the foreclosure, somebody else had already done that. And so we had to spring into action. We hired
illegally, right?
It was illegal what they were doing, and turns out it was also the person who was doing it was an attorney. And so the scary part about that is that attorneys are trusted members of society, and as professionals, they have to live and work at a certain standard, and they violated that in this instance. And they had a client, or I'm not sure if it was them or their client, but somehow they got involved in this, and it was a fraudulent transaction where somebody had forged a deed to Andy's mom's property, deeding it to themselves for nothing, for zero. So then they went and canceled the foreclosure that we had anticipated doing within 45 minutes of them going to the courthouse. So we sprung into action, and I don't want to speak on what's going on with them, but there are other people who've had similar experiences with this other attorney where they've committed fraud. So we fortunately were able to quickly step in and make sure that they did not that they were unsuccessful in stealing Andy's mom's condo. And it took us a few days to sort of figure out exactly what was going on. But at the conclusion, we were able to honor all of our commitments to Andy. We got him the money that we had promised him. His mom was able to move into the assisted living facility. And then here we are closing, just doing a regular closing as if none of that stuff had happened. So just a few bumps on the road that we were able to, because of our experience in working with so many homeowners, we were able to identify quickly, squash them, and move on as we had planned.
That's awesome. Thank you for sharing that. And I think really keeping in mind that we have the backing, both financially and also legally. We have a great legal team that we work with that can help us out in these complicated situations. And do your homework. Doesn't matter who you work with. If it's somebody that can help you reach your goals, and they have references, ask for references. Are they on the Better Business Bureau? Those kinds of things. If they can't offer you several references, even if they offer you a ton more money, more than somebody else, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to get it. It could be a bait and switch. So do your homework. We wish you the best. Andy, we wish you the very best, and your mom. And Eitan, thank you so much.
Oh, we also have this for Andy. So one of the homes that we purchased, they had some Panther memorabilia, and I know that you, Andy, you're a Panthers fan, you're a hockey fan, and so this is a signed poster from the inaugural night of the Florida Panthers, and so we had this from this property, so we wanted to give this to you as a token of our appreciation, and it's great to work with somebody who is such a pleasure to work with, and so we wanted you to have this, so enjoy.
Thank you, guys.
All right, all the best.